Hey, hi all. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to discuss about type annotations and type inferences. These are the features TypeScript gives us on top of JavaScript features. So as we know that, right? So JavaScript is also a dynamically typed programming language, and TypeScript is a superset of JavaScript. So TypeScript actually supports all the functionalities of JavaScript plus some additional features, right? So TypeScript actually, in those additional features, TypeScript provides us a way to you know annotate a particular data type. Okay, and we can impose or annotate that data type on a particular variable, on a function, on a function parameters, the return type of function, then the object properties, annotations as well we can do, right? So it is nothing but a way of writing code so that we should not make any kind of mistakes. Okay, so if we give annotations, we should not make any mistakes, and TypeScript actually does not allows us to make mistakes if we use type annotations, right? So let's see one by one how we can annotate you know the variables or functions or object properties. So before that, if you are new to my channel, you can subscribe it, hit the bell icon so that you never miss any new updates coming from this channel, and watch the video till the end so that you could understand whatever I'm teaching. And if you like the video, you can hit like button as well. So let's move. So now I'll just create a variable named x is equal to 10, right? So how to annotate this variable, right? So as we know that this variable has a value of 10, so 10 is nothing but a number, then we can give the type annotations as a number. So how we have given this? So this is nothing but a data type, and this is the syntax of giving annotations. So it starts with colon and the data type itself. So what kind of data type we need to assign? Okay, so this is all about variable type annotation. So if I console log the value of x and convert this you know index.ts file to JS, it gives us this result: x is equal to 10 and console log x, right? Nothing has changed because TypeScript at the end is JavaScript only. Okay, now we can make different uh, variables based on different data types annotations. So let's see. Let y colon string, I am giving variable name, and the value of it is learn, and then let z of type string, and the value would be left. Okay, so these two variables I have created. So let me log these two variables, console.log. I'm using backtick and the template string. Let's see how TypeScript converts this into JS. Welcome to the channel. I will give a value y over here and a space and a value of z, right? So let me run this command again, tsindex.ts. So as you can see, it actually created a console log for us, and it is concatenating the y plus space and again chaining the concat and adding the value of z to this string. Okay, so this is how it generates our TypeScript code into JavaScript, right? So now let's look at the function parameter annotations. So I will write down a function display channel name, right? So it will have two parameters. Let's say f name of type string and then l name of type string, right? and I will move this console log inside it. Right, and let me call this function display channel name. Right. So now how as you can see, right, so this function actually expects some of the parameters, right, or arguments. So this is the actually feature, and this is why we actually uses TypeScript over JavaScript. So you see, compile time errors only we are getting, right. So once we save it, it gets compiled, and TypeScript actually shows us these warnings. So what it is showing, it is showing that this function has two arguments but got zero arguments, right? So we need to provide some arguments. So the y variable is nothing but a string variable which is matching with this. If I try to pass 1 and 2, right, it will again give me error because the argument of type number is not assignable to parameter of type string, right? So we need to pass the string parameter only over here. So this is how actually TypeScript works, and it helps us while doing code, right? Again, I will transpile this file into into JavaScript, and you can see fname and lname. And let me again take this fname and lname over here because it is giving me error, right? Duplicate function implementation, right? So let me again transpile this. So you can see we have the fname and lname parameters over here inside a console log. And if I run this file using node index.js, so you can see we have a 10, right, which is console log over here, and then we have a console log of the string. Okay, so as you can see over here. Now another thing is we can give type annotation to the return type of function. So here I will give colon and string, and as you can see it is giving me error right away because I need to sorry, we are giving in index.js. Let me give over here in the ts file. So as you can see it is giving me error, which means that uh, we need to return some value. Okay, so it is saying that it must return some value, right? So for that, what we can do, we can return this value, and this error will goes away, fades away, right? So by looking at this example, you can understand that the display name function expect two string parameters, and it returns a string for us. And when we call this function, we need to store this result in some variable, right? By looking at this structure only, you can understand. So this is how beautiful TypeScript is, where result is equal to, right? So now we can say that the result is a type string, right? So it actually dynamically typed this variable result as a string because we are, expecting some string coming from this function, right? So that's the reasoning. And if I change the uh, type annotation for this variable, it gives me error straight away that type string is not assignable to type number, right? So that's the reason we use TypeScript everywhere nowadays. Let me console log this result so that you can see. Now again, let me transpile this using tsc, and let me run index.js file. So as you can see, nothing has changed, right? This is number logged, and we have logged a string over here. So if you look at the index.js, it is the same. The fname and lname, we are returning it right back to this variable, correct? So that is how we can do. So apart from this, if the function type annotations and the parameter annotations, we have another annotations we can give in another place, like the object annotations. So object properties annotations, right? So what we can do in that case, we need to create an interface of type maybe channel, right? And it has f name of type string and l name of type string, right? So what we did over here, so we have created our own type and which has properties called fname and lname, and the properties have a type of string. Okay, so now by using this channel, I can type some object, right? So let me create an object of type channel, right? So what I'm doing, I'm giving type annotations to this object, and which type it is. It is a custom type which we have created using interfaces. And then here if I press control plus space, it gives me you know the IntelliSense as well. So fname, sorry, I need to write down a right equal to sign. So what we are doing, we are assigning an object to this variable of type channel, right? So now you can see there is a warning type. This type is missing following properties from type channel, right? So what are those properties? Fname and lname. So we need to actually press control space to look at whatever properties it has, the channel has, then it gives us an IntelliSense as well. So this is very sweet. Fname, right? And if I try to assign a number to it, it will give me error, right? Because the fname is actually a string type and we are assigning number to it, right? So what we can do, we can assign learn to it, and then the lname property, right? We can assign live to it. Now if I pass these properties to this function obj.fname and obj.lname, the result will be the same. Or I can directly assign this variable to this keys as well over here, because the variable type is also same and the value is also same, so I can do that as well. So for now, just keep an eye on this, like we are using object and it has type as a custom type we have created using interface, right? And this interfaces does not convert into JS, right? This is for TypeScript purpose only, and for us only to understand or to implement strongly typed, statically typed code, whatever we are writing, right? So this is for our to ease writing code. So let me transpile the file again, index.js. So you can see in the index.js we don't have any kind of interfaces, right? We have an object created and with its value, and we are passing those value to the function. And if I try to run this, you can see the same result, nothing has changed, right? The interfaces, and it actually helps us to strongly type any object or any response or whatever it is, right? If it is a function, we can assign this type to the function as well, so that we can expect this function is returning a result of type channel. So what it could be? It could be first name and lname, right? So this is how we can strongly type it. Now let's see type inference, how we can infer the types. So as you know that TypeScript is actually dynamically typed, so it understands based on the value. So let's say I have created a variable named, so we are not using this variable anywhere. Let's see. Now what I can do, I can remove this and this type annotation as well from here, and this as well. So now what TypeScript does, TypeScript actually dynamically infers the type annotation based on its value. So whatever variable we are creating based on its value, its type annotation decided, and it applies dynamically, right? So as I hover on a particular variable, you can see the type of it is actually string. So if I change this value to maybe true, and now I hover on this, you see the type annotation is added as a boolean on this. So this is type inference. Type inference, nothing but dynamically typing. And let's have an example for this as well. So let me create a class, class channel maybe, right? So it has two properties. First is fname is equal to learn, and then lname equal to lift. Now what I'll do, I'll just create a instance of it, const channel is equal to new channel, right? And then I'll console log, I'll use backtick over here, welcome to the channel $channel dot fname and space dollar curly bracket channel dot lname, right? So this is how I'm printing. So let's comment the other things over here, right? So now what I'm doing, I have created a class named channel, and these are the properties of it, and I'm instantiating it, and using that variable I'm using the properties. I'm reading the properties over here inside console log. So let's transpile this. So you can see it has been converted into a function, right, over here. So what it is doing, right? So it is actually so this is nothing but a inner function closure type. So this is variable of closure type, right? Maybe this is the concept of closure I have. So closure is nothing but inner functions, right? So what it is doing, it has created an outer function, right? And then inside outer function, it has created a function, inner function, and the inner function is giving us it actually is setting up the properties of it, and then returning the instance of this function itself, right? So now when we create a instance of it, it actually gives us the instance of this function only, and then from that we are asking reading the values over here, right? We are reading the values over here. So this is how it transpiled our code into the JS file, and if I run the JS file node index.js, you can see this is the result we have, right? The same result we have. So this is how it actually infers the types. Okay, so this is all about type annotations and type inference. So I hope you like the video, and if you like so, then hit the like, and if you're watching the video till the end, thanks for that, it's appreciated. And do not forget to subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon so that you never miss any new updates. Thank you all guys, let's meet in next video.